Baby, between Remy, Papoose, of course, Diddy, and Kim. Y'all on Miss Tab behind. Y'all got to leave her alone. And then Megan and Tori again. Baby, what a week. What a week.
But before we get into this stuff, it was good people's this hunt.
Hey, y'all. I'm Kiki.
This is the Hunt Life Podcast. We back to y'all one more again live on this No Diddy episode.
Listen.
Hey,
What better? Because, baby, everybody has been in a whirlwind with Diddy for the past 2 weeks. So, what else would we possibly talk about, y'all? But we're not here. I'm not here to bring y'all all the court. I ain't in court, right? But I ain't been keeping up with him, but he been keeping up with me. And I ain't been trying to keep up with it, but you can't escape it. It's everywhere. And then on top of that, I heard there's some stuff happening in DC today. What's really going on? What's this?
let's talk about it, man. So, what we gonna get
So,
into first to start this off right properly?
um, child, let's go on briefly. I know y'all here for this, but let's briefly talk about it. It's Meg and
They
Tori.
here for us, but
Listen,
man, Meg got boys poked up. Well, allegedly,
allegedly,
is what y'all
listen,
like to
cause
say.
we don't need
She
no
ain't got no. She
problems.
ain't got the problems. We ain't gonna have the problems.
We
She
don't
got the
want
problem.
none. Cause listen, man, like I say,
Man, we in age.
allegedly,
We in age. We ain't hard to find.
that's not the point.
She be stepping
Allegedly,
on more glass.
stop.
Like the hell, man. Besides that, like y'all ought to go back and listen to what Bigfoot.
Listen, okay, because Nikki, y'all, she put us in the group chat, right? She put us in the group chat, and you gotta go back and listen slowly. You need to listen and look at the lyrics. Y'all remember? You remember how we used to do it back in the
Yeah, back
day?
in the days.
Baby, you got to listen because Nikki was really putting the. She put us in the group chat, and it was so outrageous. We didn't even catch it like that. We didn't even catch it. Child, she allegedly called Meg a pedo. She called her, told it was only 50,000 ways she calls her a ho ho ho. But at that point she should have just said it. She should have just called her that. But yeah, because the way she gave us the info,
She just was just lacing the
it was
game.
crazy. So y'all gotta really understand. Like, go back and like listen to it and look at the lyrics, or really listen to it and just listen to it slowly. But what y'all think? Y'all still standing beside Meg or what? Because me, I've been saying that the heifer was lying. Okay. After she came out and did the interview with Gail, I knew everything I needed to know. Just hearing her story online, I already was like, sign out. But after the Gail interview, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go and bow out of this conversation.
Besides, you can't trust no drunk. They don't remember stuff.
Because I was watching, it was in COVID, so please, let's go back. Let's go back to the COVID days for 2 seconds.
Rewind.
Okay. I remember seeing them online because Kylie had a nice pool, and they was in the pool. They was all like that. You could clearly tell that they all had been drinking, right?
Especially her.
Yeah, especially her because she was a little loud. She looked like she had one too many already, and it was still midday. Okay, nice pool. Everybody looked like they was laughing. I made a joke. I said, "Baby, she look like she gonna try to get with Kylie tonight." But I digress. Just for a couple hours later, to hear they done made news about her getting shot in the foot. Listen, what had happened? Cause y'all was just having a good time a couple hours ago, and I saw it. You was live. I was following her back then. It was COVID. I mean, go back. Everybody's following her back then. It was live. We watched the day go by. Right? She was on and off live all day today. So here's the thing with this whole thing, and I'm not negating the fact that something happened. Something clearly happened. Right? It's something happened. But if everybody was drinking, Kylie had a pool party allegedly, and everybody was there, right? Everybody was having fun. Everybody drinking with the pool. Huh? We have to also understand these people wasn't in their right mind. They wouldn't, and yes, it's situations that can sober you up like that, but at the same time, you still a little fuzzy. Her story sounded like somebody who was not in her right mind. That's why at first I'm like, I don't want to call her no full blown liar because again, it might she not may not be lying on purpose. She's trying to recollect her thoughts, but she had been drinking. All of them had been drinking.
She
They
didn't lie on
clearly.
purpose.
I'm saying now.
She lied and said she was from Houston and she from San Antonio.
See, here y'all go. See, I'm not getting into that. I'm not
Like
getting
clearly
that. I'm
she
not
likes to
getting.
lie. She's a liar. So clearly
I'm not.
she lied to get out of her deal, her contract.
She did.
So it's a lot of
Right.
lying going on. It's a lot of
Yeah.
drinking and lying going on.
Yeah. But she could be lying because she's a drinker. Like,
So she a drunk ass liar.
some people do that. You can't remember. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is drinking can impair your memory and your thoughts. You could think something happened that didn't really happen. That's all I'm saying. Something clearly happened. Now, riddle me this, and I'm pretty sure we've heard this before. I think something did happen. I think her and the girl got into it because allegedly the eyewitnesses, the neighbors in the nice neighborhood with people with money that they was driving through being ghetto with, yeah, they came out and said it was two females fighting. Now I think we all see Meg. I knew Meg, old Meg. This new Meg, I don't know about it. Okay, the old Meg, she ain't no she a stallion for a reason. Okay, stallion. She ain't no little pony. Okay, she a stallion for a reason. She a big female. Alright, she stand tall and she had a little weight on. Alright, her best friend, however, was a little something something. She wasn't that big. She wasn't that tall. She a little something something. Right? You was beating the brakes off that girl. Listen, I'm gonna pew pew you too. You gonna get your big behind up off me. Like, listen, out of fear for my life, and I've been drinking too, because I've been with you. So we all drinking. At this point, I'm attacked. I don't know what's going on. It's a weapon I'm using. I think that's what had happened. Y'all got into it. He was feeling the other girl. They was already dating. I don't know. Y'all was sharing a man. I don't really know. I don't know that part. I can't tell you. But what I can tell you, y'all, somebody took it a little too personal. Clearly, it was her because she got a little aggressive. Beat the brakes off that little bit of girl. That girl was scared, and what happened happened. Now, did she hit? I don't know. That 1 minute was glass, the next minute. Listen, you lied to the cops. The cops of all people, you could have just been like, I don't even know what happened. You could have been like, I didn't even know. I'm trying to get out the car. I didn't even know I was hurt.
No, she could have dead ass just said she stepped on glass.
She did say she stepped on glass. So, like, if you say you lied
When
to
we
the
got
cops
the
to
court, it
protect,
wasn't glass no more.
that's what I'm saying. So it was like your story is too iffy. So people can't be mad that you're calling her a liar when technically she has been proven to lie.
Mm-hmm.
In this whole debacle, she dropped the documentary talking about how she lied to Miguel King interview when we all watched her lie.
Speaking of that, that's what Nikki said. He was lying to the queen and he was lying to the king. Gail. No Diddy.
Like she not like y'all never want to protect black women, so I'm bro. When I see a liar, one thing about it and two things for sure, I know when you lying. Listen. She
See,
was
that's
lying.
what I'm
We
talking
all watched her lie, right? And so the fact that she had to come out and tell y'all, it's like Rick James when he was on drugs and he said he
Say,
went.
I ain't go up in there and just grub my feet up into that couch.
But I do
Why would
that.
I do that? I got more sense than that.
And then he turned
Yeah,
back.
I remember grabbing my feet into that couch. Like, they got money, they can buy another one.
Uh, it's valid. At this point, it's not like people were just picking on her. It's like, no, it was valid. We knew it. We called BS, and then you came out like years later and was like, oh yeah, I was lying though. I'll take that. People thought the movie was not, and now you're online spazzing out about it, and it's like, girl, just let it play out at this point. Just don't say nothing else because Chick said she got evidence. I'm still waiting on. I thought it would drop today because I think it's been about 30 hours. But I'm not rushing. I'm just interested. Think it's just interesting because why would you do that to your career? This is the thing. Like, why would you? According to Nikki, allegedly. I apparently she slept with his. She pedo. Nikki said a whole lot. Okay,
Yeah.
and Nikki, that's what I'm saying. Y'all gotta go back and listen to the song. Go back and listen with the lyrics. Like, listen, because Nikki said a whole lot, and I was like, hold on, wait a
Yeah.
minute. So
The last couple
yeah,
of years, she been like her
she been
bar has
telling
been on
us.
another level.
Yeah, it's
Like,
aging well. I ain't gonna lie to you, because even with Remy, she tried to tell us about Remy. She tried to tell us that Remy wasn't who we thought Remy was, but we was all right, baby. We was like 6 years, 7 summers, right? We was what
but she had a dress with Tim's on. What did y'all thought for that?
no. I've been a big Remy fan, so now I'm disappointed because Remy, what's the tea, boo? What, what is this? Every couple months you spazzing out about a nigga you say you don't even want. You said you don't even want Papoose.
They all do that. It ain't no
So
difference.
what's really the tea? Are you mad because he filed for the divorce and we
Yep.
didn't even know that yet? And you came out and went crazy on that man on live, talking real reckless, and all that man did in response. And you know what's the hurtful part? And I would crash out too, Remy. I ain't listen. The toxic side of me, I'm gonna crash out too because the way that man came out and responded, no, you're not gonna hit me with no divorce papers online and tell these people my business. Crash me too, because why would you respond to me like that? Papoose, that's a little petty. But it was genius because he made her look crazier. So at this point, the toxic side of me might as well go ahead and go all the way. Like that was wild work. And Nikki tried to tell us. She tried to tell us that we couldn't trust Remy. She tried to, and we was right. I personally was riding for Remy. I was riding for her route to.
Mm-mm.
I wanted to concede it. I gotta reuse it.
One song.
Don't do that.
One song. Like, if we
Leave
gonna be
it.
honest, but that wasn't her song.
It don't matter.
She's part of Terror
Straight to
Squad.
the.
One song, bro. One song. One song.
It's like she was ripping for the girl boys, boy girls, tomboys. Like she
No,
was
she was
ripping.
ripping for the butch bitches of New York. like,
Oh, I can't stand.
like that's who she was ripping for.
I can't
Like,
stand. Dude, listen. It Remy.
mm-mm.
But like Remy she got out. She never released the album. It's only so long you gonna string me along. Like I
Maybe
got
she
like
got a
that.
ghostwriter. Maybe that's what it is. She ain't really write her rhymes.
Listen, Nikki said that too. Allegedly. That's what Nikki had said. And I'm just saying, Nikki said it, not me. I'm just relaying the message. Listen, I was in the era of Nikki, so we're Sagittarius, and you make us mad, we gonna tell all your business. So it can get that deep.
Yeah, she will write her rhymes. Papoose was writing her rhymes for her.
That's been a legit rumor. So, and that's what Nikki said.
Like, yeah, he just dumbed it down so it can be able to sound cool for her.
Yeah, but you know what I hate out of the Remy and Papoose thing, because they was black love for a lot of people. Why I got to be so y'all? This is the most public they have ever been about their relationship in the
Because of her.
18 years that they have been together.
Because of
We
her.
always wondered what it was like, what y'all doing. Like y'all, they was always so private. Even when she first got out of jail, it was just, even though she was on reality TV, it was still like they had the privacy around her. Like it wasn't trying to be all like. And at first it was like, why would Papoose put them on live? Because he don't strike me as that person. But now it seems like she was the one that wanted to be on TV.
Yeah, but he also could have did that too because he was understanding the era of hip hop and that was getting her back out in front of the fans and stuff so she can build that repertoire back up
Yeah.
so she can be able to be likable again because it's still we gotta remember she ain't been around for so long. You gotta try to build your status up with a whole new entire generation. So that's what that was. But I mean, clearly she was sitting over there messing with that dude, no Diddy. But like
Yeah.
she all at the lives, at the battle raps and stuff with her new dude and stuff. It's
That was
wild.
the most disrespectful thing. And I just think if you want to love the person, and I know they say divorce can get real messy when y'all over, right?
But they
Um,
weren't even divorced then. They were still together.
well, yeah, they did.
Papoose was at the house taking care of the kids and stuff. First of all,
Allegedly, we
he been
don't
taking.
know. We
Nah,
don't know.
it
Ain't
ain't no
nobody no
allegedly.
angel now.
It ain't no allegedly. When
Ain't
she was,
nobody
so
no
who was taking
angel.
care of her kids
We
when she
don't
was
know.
locked up?
Well, clearly, when nobody take care of the boy because he in jail now.
Like mother, like son. Like the hell? Like what you think he got there from?
Oh, Mark,
Papoose
please.
tried to show them the best life, and what this little nigga do?
He is mama child.
Yeah, duh. Like,
Decent for them. Like I really do. I hate to see that this is how it's ended with them. And I
and then for
wish
her, he lit.
not he.
He is. He's with a
I will
Hall of
say,
Fame boxer at this moment. That's a level up. He leveled up and she leveled down. It was the opposite.
but I'm not gonna listen. Nobody's an angel.
Yeah.
Situation. Now, is she looking a little bit more
Shaky,
trifling?
yes.
Yes, because it's like again, y'all based y'all relationship off of being private and being a unit and being together. But what I will say is this: I tell people, look at the signs, because Remy never wanted to marry that man, and
She didn't want to
it's
give him the
one thing,
child.
and
She didn't want to
she
marry
didn't.
him. If you was watching Love and Hip Hop
She didn't want to do
like
none
we
of
was,
that.
she didn't want to do none of that. She was sitting there being shady the whole entire time.
Yeah, she didn't really
She
want
only
him.
did that.
She
Remy
felt like
Ma,
she owed him for
yeah.
holding her down, but at the same time, you have to look at the signs.
It's no
Like,
difference than the
but
dude
he
that went to
also
jail his whole entire life and said that when he get out, he gonna change. It was just on the opposite foot. She pulled the nigga. Like, she was a dude. She did the exact same thing that these jailbird dudes do. Nah, baby, when I get out, like, we gonna have a family. We gonna raise the family together. You know, we gonna do the family thing. And she get out and what she do? Instantly went back to the street stuff.
she did go back to the streets. But see, that's what I'm saying. Now that's why I blame him because Pepper was a little toxic. You can't be holding people down. Don't be holding it. Listen, if it's meant to be, it end up happening eventually. But you can't like that man gave up his career. He gave up his life. I ain't say again. He not
He
gonna.
ain't give up his career now.
We don't know what
He
Papoose could
didn't
have
give
been.
up his career.
Don't do that,
Like
because
he
we don't
didn't.
know what Papoose could have been.
Bro, nobody want to hear no alphabetical slaughter.
Mark, please.
Don't nobody want to hear nobody rap the alphabet, bro. Like
You
I'm
need
gonna
to
be
knock it
100
out.
with you. Like he did
We
better
don't
with
know what.
having Remy writing for Remy than for writing for himself.
You need to. Whose side is you on?
Man, what are they side? Cause I don't care. Like
Just saying, in the, I think we need to all remember at one point y'all did love each other at one point. But it's one thing to say I never like, cause I said it like I didn't see myself get married. I didn't want marriage at the beginning.
yeah, but you
But
also wouldn't be shady in
yeah,
front of
like
everybody eyes.
like, cause she's saying it like no, she like he pretty much wore her down to me. Like that's not what I'm saying. It's not the same thing.
I
Like
mean, to a certain extent, it was. He, oh well, he did.
she made it like
I mean,
she coming up here, stop visiting me,
yeah.
leave me alone. I don't want to be with you. Go live your life. Shoot, scream.
Yeah, but I'm
Like,
sitting over here taking care of your kids and doing all this stuff, and you want me to like leave you alone? Like, nah, for what? Like, I told you we
that was
was
the
in
time. See,
this.
that's what I'm saying. That's where he got toxic because you should have.
Well, he was toxic the whole entire
You
time
should have left.
because he didn't let her. I think that's the problem with a bunch of people that like when they get out of jail for such a long time, they instantly like that person that they held them down in jail instantly want them to come home and have a relationship with them instead of letting them get like really,
Into the world.
yeah, get back into
It does
everything
take
because
time for them
she went
to.
to jail at such a young age to
Yeah,
where she missed out on a lot.
she did. Yeah.
Like in all, like if we're gonna be back 100 and
Indeed,
stuff with you,
that was crazy. Wow.
she was a battle rapper.
Mhm.
So when she went to jail, battle rap was like starting to, it was on a decline. But when she get out, battle rap is trying to start to
Yeah.
pick back up.
Yeah.
And he didn't want her to be a battle rapper. He wanted her to be a mainstream rapper. That's why he put her in front of love and hip hop and all these things so she could become a mainstream rapper. She doesn't want to be a mainstream rapper. She knows she can't be a mainstream rapper.
Oh no, will she not?
Well, I think she has a feeling that she couldn't. That's why she's so comfortable with the whole running the whole like block or whatever it is that they call it. So
On Love and Hip Hop. She wanted to be on
I
Love and
think it
Hip
was
Hop.
both.
I think she wanted to capitalize on it. That's what made me think she was gonna drop the album. Then she got into the beef with Nicki. Nicki told her, it's like, girl, y'all can't trust her. She be out here wilding.
I think she
Like,
wanted to drop the album, and I think she was trying her hardest to drop the album. But I think Papoose
no, she wasn't trying
derailed
her
it.
daggone
We
hardest.
don't know if Papoose was
I
her
watched
ghostwriter.
her going to that
We don't know
studio.
if Papoose was not helping her because Papoose didn't want her to do the street stuff no more.
But she can still have her
Remy is a
career.
Remy's a gangster rapper, bro.
Nah, I don't
He's
think
trying to
so.
take her out from being a gangster rapper.
Mm-mm. I done watched Fat Joe being like, "Yo, when the music coming out?" And she don't even want to be in the studio. Girl, how you gonna put out something you don't even want to be making no music? You put off having a baby on the fact that you wanted to make the album, and you ain't do neither.
Maybe she thought she wanted to make the album, but then also like she's not feeling it no more. She lost that in jail.
Okay, well, go figure out something else. But you tearing down
She did. She's doing the battle rap thing. That's what she's doing.
If that makes her happy. But all that to say, y'all loved each other at one point. Get off these people. Get off Beyonce's internet beefing with each other. Like, we don't, this is not what black love's supposed to look like. Like, come on now, we get y'all, you know. He responded to that lady with divorce papers. That's crazy. Wow. And he was like, you trying to make it seem like you got to go through all this to get the, like, it was so disrespectful. Who's petty?
Cause she made it seem like that he was the one that was holding it up. So he was like, "No, not really.
Stop.
I wanted to do this. You the one that's sitting there holding it up. So now the ball is in your court."
Online. After he dropped that divorce, that could have come back online. I'm finna crash out again. Surely is. I'm finna tell everybody business now for real. That's
But
crazy.
that's what she said. She was like, I think she came out and was like, Papoose was abusive. He was all this and all that.
I would cry if y'all knew
Like he like yeah, like
that for them. And they can co-parent. They got a beautiful daughter out of that. I hope that, her stepmama gone. He liked them rough types, baby.
yeah, Papoose like them strong bitches.
Baby, she got a good stepmama though, Remy. Let that girl she went and got her a good stepmama now. Listen.
Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
So
But
man.
we don't go ahead. Listen. Let's go ahead and get into the title.
The title, the Diddler.
Is this you know what?
It's the memes for me, pause. No Diddy. It's the memes.
That's wild. It is wild.
The memes is wild. Like the memes out here, he be like, before I die, I just want y'all to know that my last words would be, I did it.
Listen, we keep saying take us back to the 99s and 2000s, and Diddy's making us be like, you know what? Leave the 99s and the 2000s.
No,
We don't want
but
to.
he's not the 99s and 2000s. He's before that. He's the 90s. They talking about taking back to the 99s and the 2000s. They trying to take it back to when the South.
Into 2008.
Yeah, but that was behind the scenes. If we talking about music wise, 99 and 2000s, we talking about the South.
Diddy was wild.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just never the same. You can't go back and watch no Diddy. I dare you. Go watch a Diddy interview right now. You're not gonna look at it the same.
Or a music video. What was that video I showed you yesterday? He sent the video of his wife. Yeah. Wow. He sent the sex tape to the husband.
Ooh, they gonna flag us.
Oh yeah.
We acting like this ain't YouTube.
Man. He sent the tape to the husband, bro. And
he showed us the tape.
Yeah, then that's the crazy. He showed us the tapes. Like he literally showed us. Boy had a whole dresser full of tapes.
So was what's the other one? The Playboy. Playboy. Yeah, he opened up the drawer like this was Hugh Hefner. Like this is the Playboy Mansion. He showed us the tape. Mm-hmm. Like again.
Boys got arrested with baby all up on them.
Problem you gotta have to have the whole world looking at you. You under a microscope and you still can't put it down. Diddy, put it up. Put it up. Why won't you keep it in your pants? What is going on? Do you know how desperate you got to be to still say, I'm doing this? And get caught?
Baby oil was his choice of drugs.
Listen, the stuff that is coming out in this court case between him and Cassie, and here's the thing with it, and this is why I really want to talk
The
about
true
it,
victim
y'all.
is Kid Cudi.
Poor kid. Kid Cudi is just the sweetest man. Listen, he said that Diddy came to his house, unwrapped all his family Christmas gifts. First of all, that's not right. I can't stand you.
He got wrapped his Christmas gifts.
Stop.
Oh, that's a good one.
He said
Try to be that treacherous.
he said he broke into his house, unwrapped all his family's Christmas gifts, let his dog out. Like he's talking about the man dog and like waiting for him to tell him to stop messing with it. Bro, he harassed that man. Like the blowing up the car was just what we knew.
Okay.
Tortured that man. Crazy word.
Who was that? Fred, one of the dudes from Making the Band. Him and Diddy had got into it, and Fred had came out recently on the interview and said that Diddy pulled him to the side and told him, "Nigga, I buy up every single house on your block, and I'll sit there and make sure you couldn't come outside ever." Like
Listen, this at this point he did it to both of them. He took
he did
out
it to all of
Big
us.
and Tupac. At this point, it's not a question. Like this man, the way he did Cassie, holy, like, cause when the stuff started coming out, I was like, yo, this is crazy. And don't get me wrong, I still hold her partly accountable after she became a certain age, right? Like after that 26, 20, like her going into that 30, and she started to understand like this is not normal. You gotta get away because. And I get the mind of like the victims, and I get the minds of like people who've been come from an abusive childhood. Like I watched DV. My mom and daddy did DV all the time. Like I grew up seeing this. So that's when I tell people like, yes, we can empathize with the victims, but we also have to understand that the victims do at some point turn, okay, and they start to actually become part of the problem. That's what ended up happening with her. Now, the now do I fully blame her? Of course not, because that man is a monster. He is a demon himself. Like, see, Diddy got the devil looking at him like, really?
On South
Like,
Park, that's what they. You all remember that South Park episode? They had like the devil was trying to throw a party, and it was like
I
Diddy
did
threw a
throw a
party here.
party.
He was like, "Oh man, I can't even throw my party here now because Diddy already did."
Diddy was wilding. And like the fact because yes, I don't think nobody, and I know it's gonna be a lot of toxic men, baby. The toxic men is men real toxic.
Oh, I'm finna say some toxic stuff.
Talking about, she knew. Listen, at 19 years old, he got with her when he was 19. Now, I'm not saying she was not. Again, even like I said with Papoose, nobody's a saint. Nobody is totally innocent in a situation. However, was somebody taking more advantage of than other? Absolutely. In this case, she was taking advantage. She was 19. This man was 40 or pushing 40.
Yeah, but she wanted to
Okay.
be taken advantage of because she wanted to reap the benefits of taking advantage of.
Cassie was already Cassie before Diddy.
Yeah,
Cassie
but
already
Cassie
had
thought
a
that.
career going. She was already with somebody in the music industry.
Yes, but she
That
wanted to
wasn't
be with Diddy so she could get elevated to the next level. I'm
yes,
not
but
saying what
she
he
was
did was
19.
wrong.
At that age, there's nothing wrong with it. At 19, if I go back to when I was 19, I did a lot of stuff and I was in a lot of rooms I ain't had no business
Yeah, but you
in.
ain't getting no regrets tattooed up on you.
Mark, y'all got to stop.
No, but like, nah, I'm not like siding with Diddy because what he did was wrong. He's been extremely wrong for the longest. From what he told Justin Bieber to
Just
listen to the songs.
telling man, y'all finna get
He
butt
went in for
naked wild.
yeah. From the simple fact of that you can't even listen to a Diddy song with headphones on. Because if you listen to his song,
It's a whole nother
he's
level.
moaning in your ear. Like Diddy be sitting over there like wilding on his music. You gotta play it with headphones on. I advise you not to.
Him and who's that Biggie song? No, him R. Kelly. Y'all remember that him and R. Kelly song? You must be. Y'all know the song. You
Yeah,
to me spending life.
that's a wild combination.
That's what I'm saying.
Say,
Little did we
like
know.
that's a wild
They big
combination.
that. All that sweet whining and dining, but they said we doing what tonight?
Uh-huh. Yeah. It's like
And another one. Listen.
like boys had the baby all on big man. Like it's wild.
See, okay, see, she knew better. She knew. Saying yeah, I'm not saying that she didn't know better. I do think that she saw an
She was an
opportunity
opportunist and
and
she didn't
she
like the outcome of the opportunity. It didn't play in her favor.
think she saw opportunity, but I also thought because for a 19-year-old girl to have that caliber of man that wants you, you feel yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
Like you like, oh,
But it comes
the
with double
big
standards
woman.
because yeah,
But
Diddy wanted her. She wanted, but she also knew the advantages of messing with Diddy. So yes, she took a chance, but with her taking that chance,
this
she got put in her. She got put in a position to where it was hard for her to get out.
And this is why I tell women, stop looking at what that man got. Stop looking at what you think. Stop wanting him to come with that whole package because you don't know what's entailed in that package and the things you're going to have to do. Don't
There'll
do
be a
that.
lot of baby all this package. You never know. Like,
Sick. 5 minutes, y'all. Every 5 minutes, he needed more. And now they telling Steve, hurry up online because, baby, it's a
Steve
running
Harvey
show.
Wild, and they've been playing in our face for a long time.
And the stuff that like he has been just people are saying like this is who he is. Like this is like at this point you can't tell me he didn't take out.
The thing is that
I knew it's something wrong with it because nobody and to say that as a kid. All the people who signed under him as they was young, when they got a chance to get away from him, Diddy could never keep nobody on his label. Ever. Like Diddy always had a label that he could never keep nobody on. Like nobody they may have started with Diddy, but they would never stay with Diddy. And I always thought that was strange. And we watched Making of the Band. That was our era. Y'all like we saw them come on. Diddy was wilding up. We was watching it like, yo, I think watching him on Make the Band single handedly made a lot of us not want to be a part of the music industry.
that boy told
We
them
was
to go.
single handedly like, nah, I don't think that's for me. If I got to do all that.
That boy told him to go walk and go get him a cheesecake.
In the middle of the night. And it was for Beyonce, allegedly. Allegedly. But
Probably not nothing made to me.
but I'm gonna say allegedly. Like I'm not gonna I play with these people. These people are sick. They insane. I don't play with demons. So allegedly, it was Beyonce that was going to get it for 2 a.m. in the morning. And then on top of that, he was beating people like what's the little dancer everybody keeps talking about, Lorianne, baby, he almost whooped her behind on TV. We all watched it. Them people sung their hearts out. What was the clip we was looking at?
Oh yeah, they was singing. He talking about, yeah, I'm feeling that, but
y'all need to
y'all gotta get naked. Like, you know what I mean? Like, get naked. Like, Diddy was wild and boys was wild. Like,
Cassie understood. Again, I think she saw opportunity. And why would she not take it? Because he was bigger than the guy she was messing with at the time. Because he was older too. He was, I think,
so she
10
like
years
old
out.
dudes.
Yeah, but at 19 again.
She like older dudes in the music industry that can
Well,
push
she
her
was
to
in the
the.
world already. She was a model for Wilhelmina and them. She was already a model. She already had her album out. Cassie was already like on the road to being Cassie. Not the Cassie we know now, but what Cassie could have been. But so she was in it where it's not like she was like somebody that was just trying to get. She was already doing things in the world. So that's why she was in that world. But the guy she was dating, he was 10 years older than her. She left him for Diddy, allegedly. And well, it's in the court documents now, so it is what it is. But And I get it. Again, at 19, you feel a little big headed. At 19, I dated a lot of older guys at 19. Not before 19. In my teenage years. In my teenage years, I dated a lot of older guys. It wasn't an ego thing, it was more so survival. And I think for her, yeah, she saw the opportunity. She thought Diddy could take her to the next level because why not? He was Diddy, right? Like, Bad Boy Records. Did I think, and so I do think it was partly grooming, but again, I don't know if Cassie got no daddy because her mama was understand where was your daddy. This is why I tell people having a daddy is important because you do not get into situations like this. I thank my daddy all the time because I was in the world with a lot of weird men. But because I had a father who was gonna put me on game, make sure I know how to detect certain things, make sure I'm in a safe environment. Like because I had a daddy who was gonna like, oh no, this is not what we're finna do. You can't be out here with just a mama. I know moms feel like we could do it all because no, you need a father because your father's not meant to make the world lollipops and rainbows for you. Your dad is not meant to make everything safe. He is meant to let you know that it is danger out here and this is how you need to handle it. Everybody not gonna talk to you nice and you need to watch the people who are talking to you nice. Because you saw her mama up there on the stand, but you don't hear about Cassie daddy. So I'm assuming her daddy wasn't around. Couldn't have been to be letting your daughter be taking urination to the head. Like, I mean, Cassie, that's some stuff that I would have took to the grave, girl. You would have had to
She
just
tried
dig up
to.
my. I would have been in jail with him. I'm not saying it on this stand. I refuse to. No. There's some stuff that she should have just no. Ain't no way. You finna have to dig up my corpse.
Bro, she got jelly because Diddy moved on and
She
she
don't know
blasted.
kids.
Yeah, but Diddy moved on for real. It wasn't about her having kids. It wasn't
She
about
was
that. She was cloud chasing. She went after one star.
But Diddy was like, this is why again, I agree with you. I'm not, I'm playing devil's advocate.
Hmm.
Because I agree. I do agree that again, she saw opportunity, she took it. She was 19, she was young. But I do think she did not fully see she didn't see the danger in it.
No, she
She
didn't.
didn't know who she was gonna get. But
Yeah.
here's another thing: she stayed with that man for 10 years, and she never spent a Christmas with him. My mouth dropped. Cause how you with somebody a decade and you had to beg him that most he would give you was New Year's Day? You out your
Because he
mind.
still had a family.
You not with her no more. And then they said like she was with him for
Really?
10 years.
Because how, like,
Him
he
with Tim
still,
Porter.
yeah, because he still had
He always
twins
say
with her later on.
no, the twins was right before him and Cassie.
Oh, well, I mean, but
Cause
still, he was
the
still
twins, I think,
around.
is like 18 now. So yeah, and then like on top of that, he never let you get close to his kids. So he never played this like this was a real relationship. He played this like you want the opportunity. I'm a string on getting it to you,
Hmm.
and see how far this go.
Hmm.
I think somewhere down the road she did because she was young. That's why I tell young women stop trying to be somebody's sugar
She was his
baby.
concubine.
You saw the testimony when he was in the little Muslim robe. He came out draped his whole face, but he was naked from
That sounds like some Diddy shit.
all you can see was his eyes. He had the little scarf thing on. All you can see was his eyes, and then he was naked from the waist down. He was a wild boy. I'm telling y'all, I can.
Boy had a backyard
It was
bed. He had a
crazy.
backyard bed. If Diddy was still out, they'd have been having a ball this weekend. This would have been the beginning of the Memorial Day freak off.
And them white part, and that's why they was white part. And you know what they always said something about like people who wear white and like the whiteness thing, like it's some real freaky stuff behind it. So I ain't never been the type of girl who wear like white tips and stuff like that because it has a meaning behind it. That's why I be telling people watch the stuff that you do because the stuff that you do be having meanings behind it. And you out here oblivious. You don't even know that what you doing is you sending signals to people. You gotta be extremely careful. But I always tell young women don't be out here looking for what a man got or what he can give to you because I can guarantee you, I've been in the room with dudes that have big bread. I've been in the atmospheres with people who are on that life is not what everybody think it is. Everybody want to be a part of another world because it's a world that you're not a part of and you
Yeah,
want to know what it's about. But it is a lot of stuff that comes with that world. And I'm not saying it's everybody in that world, but I'm saying majority of the people in that world, I'm telling you, most of them men, you finna have to put up with other women. Cause he got one in every area code. Baby, you just the one that he decided to give his name to and leave his stuff to because you look good for the family business. You have to understand what you're getting into. And I like again, I don't think she saw the danger in it. I thought she thought she was gonna get the clout. She thought she was gonna get the clout from being Diddy's girl.
she thought she was gonna get the
She thought she
baby.
was gonna, and I think eventually she wanted the baby out of it. She wanted some sense of security after all the years she put into it. Then he wouldn't give her that, so it just kind of. Cause then he also started putting her on drugs too, y'all. So that's the whole other thing. He started to put something now she also is young and she can't fully think because he got her drugged out. On top of that, so I'm saying like she became the problem again. I give it to you up until you about 25. Because at this point we know you young and you dumb. Like young and dumb is a thing for a reason. We have all did some stupid stuff before 25. Some about 25 stuff start to kind of click and you be like, oh look. The fact you stayed with him another 5 years was crazy.
So was she talking about Diddy in that song?
What?
Me and you. Like I've been waiting. I think I'm gonna make that
I've been
move
thinking about it.
now.
I've been thinking about
Baby,
that.
tell me if you like it.
Baby,
Like yeah, she's talking
put
about
my
him
best stuff down. Do you hear me?
because she wanted to get chose.
She said, it's me and you, baby. She said, I've been waiting so long. I'm ready to answer that call. What?
And
I
she
should
answered
not
it,
have
but she
seen
don't
you
like
wait
the way.
that long.
See,
What?
opportunist. The
Shit.
song is
Baby, that
opportunity.
song threw down, baby. I knew all the moves to that little song. Listen. Mm, mm. And when she got him, baby, she talking about she wanted to make the moves, baby. He made some, baby. You know how diabolical you gotta be. This baby was burning. UTI, and you was like, "That don't stop no parties over here." Like at this point, just take me out. Just take me to the king. Take me on to the upper room because when you have not experienced that. But I can only imagine. At that point, it ain't. Yes, she was on drugs. That'll make you alone be on drugs. You burning, you still gotta have something going in and out. And for that, they've said this man longest four days. What y'all eating? So food wasn't
Yes, they
important.
was
We
eating.
don't
It's
know
part
that.
of the party. It's a party.
They said all he wanted to deliver was chocolate, baby oil. I'm telling you what they said they delivered now. They said I ain't hear no food. Damn people was in there and then
He
that
was
man
talking to them old folks at this like alumni thing. It
what
was
the
like
thing
in their
about
60s, like a bunch of old people. He was like, y'all got to come and party with me for the weekend. He was trying to party with everybody.
funny with everybody. Diddy is a whole freak ain't even he just gotta give a whole new word, a whole new meaning, a
You
whole
know, tell you when men knew that Diddy was like wilding is when he was coming off the Fabulous up on the Drink Champs
oh yeah, why am
in front of everybody. Like, yeah, he like,
yes like you wanna come you don't never wanna come but so real.
and then that was like
Comfortable.
because he knew what he mean by party. We didn't know what he mean by party, but we assumed that it was also wild stuff. But now, as the table turned, oh, he was really trying to like he was trying to throw a party up in him.
You got to tell them no.
Yeah.
Got to tell them. Like, Diddy would. If you just none of his stuff will ever be the same. You can't watch Making the Band no more. You can't listen to You can't even listen to the Diddy songs. You can't even go back. He took take that to a whole nother level. Literally, did we know he was literally taking it? Like he was out here taking it all from everybody. He was out here wilding.
Boy had the bread to be able to do it. He had the money and the power.
That's why they say money is a root of all. Cause this what I'm talking about. That is in that man flabbergasted at some of the stuff that I have heard in the court, and then how he torturing people. This man is sick and sadistic. The fact that you unwrap that man present, that
Dangling people over balconies. Like he thought he was
is
Nino Brown and Wale.
while that was just his little move. Like her friend came in and was like, and this is why I keep telling y'all, stop telling people what to tell their spouse. Cause see, Cassie was on some BS and she was real toxic. Girl, ain't no way your boyfriend finna dangle me over no balcony and hit and give me a concussion with a hanger. A hanger, you know how hard and how many times he had to hit her with a hanger for her to have a concussion, and then you come talk me out of dropping my police charge against him for you to pay me some raggedy ass $30,000. No, we not friends no more. Heifer, you can go straight to hell. What type of stuff is that?
Could at least been more than 30,000. Mm.
Listen, you ever be talking about don't tell you. No, I'm listen. Diddy was wild for trying to keep your secret because you was out here creeping. And then you had her mama take out a loan for the house because you threatened to release the sex tape on her. Diddy was just he a menace. He needs to be like keep him.
Who was creeping on Cassie?
Yeah, that's when she was messing around with Kid Cudi, and the friend got in the middle of it because he
But
wanted
you
to
see
know.
the
I'm not
continuation.
saying that she wasn't part of. I said she was part of the problem. She was the
Then she
victim.
backed
Turned
out
into
later on. She started creeping with her baby daddy, her husband,
mm-hmm.
the fitness trainer.
Yeah.
She was toxic.
No, she was toxic. I'm not negating that. You don't believe the mom? I believe her mama. I don't think I'm mom. But the mom, I'm looking at her shady too because
She was getting paid, so she ain't care.
why would you let your daughter stay in this type
Because
of
she was
stuff?
getting paid.
Who this on you? Everybody don't know. As much trash as I be talking about people,
Diddy was
I
paying the
have.
mama.
I don't care about the payment. It's no way you finna treat my child. She had sores in her mouth, y'all. That's so nasty. And that's what I'm saying. It's certain stuff she said, baby. You finna have to take me to the grave to get that out. You not finna get. It's no way you finna say. I'm not saying it. It's not coming out. No. What type of mother would know this is what her child is going through? And you continue to condone her to be in this relationship. And I'm not saying it's like, well, what more can you do if that's what she want to do? I don't call me. That's what I'm gonna do. You don't have nobody on your side. You really out here by yourself if you want to be this stupid because I didn't raise you like that. I want people to know it is a certain level as a parent that you are gonna go to with me. I don't care how old you get and how old you are. I will disown you because I didn't raise you. I know I didn't raise you like that. It ain't no way that you would know to where she told me she wanted to fight him. She tried to fight him for her 30th birthday, and both of y'all got your ass whooped. That's the part you forgot. Because he was like, he backed out of whoop show. Crazy.
Getting your ass whooping here and take that is a wild ass combination.
Do y'all not like how many events they said that she went to and she had bruises and black eyes and that? So she went to and she had the little swoop. She spotted the little swoop because he bust her eye. That is not funny. Why did you let me? He bust her eye and it's like bust to the white meat. It was like a gash, so she had to do the little swoop to hide it. Like this,
That
he
would
threw
cap.
her off a boat in the middle of nowhere. And she had to go to a. Ain't no way I would have went to no awards that moment after you threw me in the middle of the ocean. That man is sick. It's just no defending him. Like he don't need to be
Like,
out
cause he
here with
seen
the
the
rest of
super
us.
bottle with the side of her haircut, so he said that shit was cute. So he made Cassie get it.
Out here cutting the side of their heads off. I was like, that's some crazy stuff. Ain't no way I'm gonna cut the sides of my head, my hair, the shape. Be the middle point. That's how I knew it was something wrong with her. And everybody say, no, it's cute. It's still women out here today rocking it. You crazy. If you shaving parts of your hair and keeping the other part, you don't get cold in the wintertime. Like you just
She had
you
the
but
swoop.
that was crazy. Little do y'all know that girl was drugged out of her mind and was literally losing her
Out
mind.
of her mouth.
That's why she shaved her hair. She shaved it because he was pulling patches out of her hair. That's what I'm saying. Y'all gotta stop jumping on
No,
every
she
trend.
shaved it because he said that he seen a model at a party and she had the side of her head shaved and he was like that she was cute, so he wanted her to do that. Say,
Nah, that's all crazy. Them for crazy women. That style is for crazy people. It ain't no. I'm always looking at you a little strange. Everybody, and I saw everybody was doing it. Everybody was shaving the sides of their heads off, and I was like, mad in my hair, and I threatened to cut it a lot. But it is no way I'm gonna take scissors to it and just shave one part, one side. People start getting creative and having a little back, and it ain't no way. It's just something that don't sit right with me with it because what you gonna do? And that's really that was always my what you gonna do in the winter? Like they're like so because you have to effectively keep cutting it because the new growth.
mhm.
Oh,
But as this Diddy stuff keeps turning,
like we don't need to hear no more.
we will be
Y'all
keeping.
got Kid Cudi coming out, and he's just the sweetest
And
of
this is just the
man.
beginning. There's gonna be more stuff to come out that
He
can be
tortured
talked
that
about.
man. That is horrible. We don't even need him no more. He did it. He said he did it.
This is not the
You know,
good
and then I
stuff.
saw a real, I saw a real. It was from a comedian. He's talking about you know how much you had to do it for you to offer the city $50 million and they tell you no. Like, do you know how much you that's how I knew he did it. He did do it. Once and they told him, no, that's okay, you keep your money. You going to
Yeah,
jail
because they got tired of covering up his crimes.
for a year, for decades. That's why Biggie Mama didn't like him. That's why she had been if she was still alive today to see him in jail, I know she would have been a happy woman.
There are also many conspiracies that came out that's been coming out. That was coming out before all this like got real mainstream. Like yeah, he got a whole like little team of like
Yeah.
crime investigation team and everything, come to clean up the situation and make sure everything's straight.
Maybe his main bodyguard was the same bodyguard as Michael Jackson's head security. It's the same person.
Dang, that's crazy.
It's the same person. So that's why I was like, it's a lot of stuff in the case that's just wow. And then you see how everybody's running together, like him, Jay Z, R. Kelly, Ashton Kutcher, some stuff coming out about him. Listen, it's just a lot, and that's why I say I
That's why
hope
he
the.
disappeared.
hmm They say him and
Ellen. Oh.
no him and his wife is on they about to get divorced allegedly over them Diddy parties. But this is
Ellen.
I'm not talking about Italy.
Oh.
She clearly don't listen. I ain't from Italy.
Part of it too.
She is,
Then you know.
but at the
She
end of
like
the
her
day,
she like her baby all in pizza.
clearly, because baby Ellen ain't said a peep about
Well
nothing.
nah, she coming back to
Nowhere.
America.
She better not. She gonna be next to.
Looking old as shit.
Listen, but at the end of the day, I think all the women, because right now it's starting a war, it's starting a whole nother conversation between men and women. And here's the thing: women gotta understand that the grass ain't always greener. Just because that man got money, he look well put together, and he look, don't mean that that's what that is. And you gotta stop wanting what you don't know nothing about. Stop wanting to be a part of the world that you're not a part of. Um, for men, listen.
Don't be out here hoarding baby all.
Your friend. So just the fact that y'all had so many friends, I'm looking at men a little strange because it's like, baby,
They was at the parties too.
that's saying y'all are all weird. Like that is just some weirdo activity. But I'm just kind of like, I really want women to take the lesson in this and understand. Like, stop promoting. You go get a rich man. Stop promoting that you need a man who can build you up that's already built. You don't want to help. You don't want to start at the bottom. You don't want to and protect your daughters. Like stop telling them a love story. That is not what this is. That is not real life. Stop making them feel like everything gonna be a fairy tale and they can just take advantage of these men. that is going to come with consequences. Please make sure you tell them that. Like, I think this women needs to be looking at this outside of the victim of, oh my God, he did her so dirty. Yes, he did do her dirty, but we also got to look at the fact that she kind of put herself in that predicament. And this is what I'm saying. We got to like look at the situations we put ourselves in. Because you don't get to choose the consequences of it. You don't get to choose to be like, okay, that's enough. You don't get to choose, and you don't know how hard it's gonna be for you to get out that situation. Like, we gotta start really teaching our daughters better. Like, we really have to start teaching them, like, do not trust a man. Know what it looks like for a man to be gaslighting you and giving you all the gifts and doing all the things and saying all the right things and making all the promises. Like, know what that looks like, because a lot of women are looking for self esteem in other things, and then they find themselves in situations that some of them don't make it out. Yeah, I do think she's still using this situation for her own gain because she got a book out, and then, they got the money, but she's still testifying. So yeah, I think it's still parts of her that she didn't get what she wanted.
Optimistic. Like
She didn't get what
she's
she
an
wanted, and
opportunity.
that was the whole point of this. Because she said, this is her word. She said that she felt like she should get paid for all the stuff she put her through. Them her words. So
And
you
that's
got
the
to take her
consequences with
words
it too.
for what they
Yeah. So
is.
you're getting paid for it, but there's other stuff that comes with it. And this is the part that comes with it.
Yeah, she had a book. So I think just women need to take that. Don't just take it be like, oh my God, he did her so dirty. No.
She like that warm
She
baby
put
all.
this.
But next topic
Lord have mercy. Baby, I'm just
before we
going,
get
y'all
out of
need
here.
Jesus. Y'all need Jesus. And speaking of Jesus, Miss good old Tab. Baby, that lady can't do nothing. Yeah, I'm just gonna tell you. But everything, no, I don't agree with everything everybody do. But good old Tab, baby, it be hard. To tell them to go to my house, it's and the fact that y'all trying to drag Tab online, I ain't here for it. That lady ain't say nothing wrong. All you people out here talking about y'all protesting Target, baby, we didn't want y'all at Target. I'm gonna go and tell you. Charlie Target anyway. Y'all was really in the way. Y'all was really in the way because y'all was in Target business. Y'all was in Target being in Target business trying to see what we had going on over there. Why would everybody want to be in Target for? Don't worry about it. Lead the Target girls at Target. I love me some Target. Target is for you to go find peace and window shop. Y'all be telling me it's hot. Duh. You're supposed to be window shopping. You're supposed to shop sales. Thanks to y'all, we don't even get the deals. I'm telling y'all how deep I am from Target. Target, you could go into Target, rack up your little coins, and walk out of there with a $30, $40, $50 basket for free. I don't even do that no more because y'all had to bring y'allself to looking like trying to be in our business. Thank you for ruining it for everybody. Now y'all mad at Tab because she told y'all are affecting black businesses, which you are. Here's the thing. When you want to do these boycotts to feel like, oh, we're sticking it to the man, listen, be that as it may. But you have to understand the black businesses that are also going to go down because the white businesses aren't failing in Target. They're still there. They actually putting them back on the shelves more. I've been in Target recently, and I think Drew Barrymore, baby, she got a whole little display up in there. I'm whole display of popcorn, bathing suits, just all type of weird stuff.
she must have
Triple
just found
tones,
his
like it's
deal.
weird. Yeah, she did. They're starting to put them back into Target. So I think, and all Tab said was the black authors that are in Target that has not made the bestsellers list, they can't get into Target because they're not making the sales. And people need to understand what they're doing with the boycott. Y'all are hurting more black businesses and showing them why we don't belong in these stores than you are helping. You feel like you're taking money from these people, but these people not losing the money like that. They're losing y'all dollars. But Target's still gonna be Target after y'all stop supporting Target. It doesn't matter because Target was never for y'all. So that's what she was saying. So they is upset and dragging her online for saying that. But
Target been out
y'all,
since '62.
yeah,
Y'all not
Target
taking the Target out there.
should still be there. And y'all is dragging this lady online for speaking out about it. But guess what? She didn't have to speak out about it because guess who on the bestseller list? She is. Her book just dropped a couple weeks ago and she's already on the bestsellers list. Meanwhile, authors like me are struggling to make sales and get into these type of stores. It's other black authors who are in the stores who are getting taken out of the stores because guess what? Y'all want to protest. It's other black people who have a lot of dope things to offer that Target and these bigger brands, not just Target, but these bigger brands, were trying to bring us into their world. And what we continue to do is show why we don't deserve to be a part of their world. And then we're gonna cry it's racism.
Because before all this was going on, Target always highlighted black owned stuff. Target was the first store
They was
out of all the
out of
major department
stores.
stores to actually highlight black owned stuff.
Yep.
You don't never see Walmart highlight nothing black unless it was some cheap shack shoes. But besides that, like Target was the only store that highlighted black people stuff.
Yeah.
They it was the only store that every February for Black History Month they made sure that they had the colors, representation, and they had the different things. Target is the part of that confused me about people wanting to boycott Target because it's taking back his DEI thing. It's like, how are you going to boycott a company that has anybody and everybody on their like as their models? They got special needs people.
Yeah.
They got big people. They got pregnant people. They got every type of person that you could think of. Like crippled people. Like they got everybody on their as their models. They are exclusive to no one.
Yeah, they're trying to make everybody feel welcome. Because Target was also the first people when they came out with the black Christmas wrapping paper. They was the first ones to sign a deal with them to put them in the stores, like as a major chain. Like so, I'm like they've always tried. Y'all got more outraged about this DEI stuff than y'all had when we should have been mad when they was pushing the LGBT stuff. That's when we should have been like, oh, y'all are wilding. Because that's when I started being like, all right, well, y'all gonna have to do something about this. Y'all, people weren't mad about that. That's not what we was mad about. We
You're the
didn't see
only
no
person
problem with
selling
that.
the black Pop Tarts and the black bread company and the black vegetable company. Target.
Target.
They the only ones they got black bread up in there, and they got the ghetto gastros, and then they got I forgot the name of the company that make the corn and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But they're the only stores that truly has like
Black owned stuff.
black owned products up in it. Like Walmart don't really have black owned products in there.
At all.
You're gonna see more Sofia Guerrera stuff up in there than anybody.
Yeah. You're not like if we're gonna talk about the biggest chains and who was giving us opportunity. We are is going to be Target, and I'm not saying that just because I'm a Target shopper, but I had to
I
be
am saying
Target
that because I'm a Target shopper because
yeah
I've been in Target for a
for a
while
while
to
before
be able to
Target was
see that this is the stuff that they're doing.
yeah.
They've been doing that. The little black girl that was selling her lemonade, Target was one of the first people to pick it up and was having her selling her lemonade in there. Like
They do. So I think what we and I put that on my Instagram in like the little in the DM part. We're gonna be the reason why we always behind. Our people is gonna be the reason why we never make it because we constantly do stupid stuff. We support stupidity. We are constantly in our feelings about a lot of stuff that's not your feelings is not needed nor necessary. We want to be a part of these worlds, but then we want to come and tell them how it's gonna go. You can't tell somebody how it's gonna go in their store that they're giving you an opportunity. Like that is not how that works. You can't be mad, and half of y'all don't even know what DEI is because if you did, you will understand that that was never even our fight. That is not what a lot of us was getting hired off of. And the ones of us that were, and I can say of us because I was at the beginning of DEI hires.
sure, you weren't born in those 70s.
I'm saying when they started like really, because in the 70s they didn't start doing that, but in the early 2000s when they really started to include black people. Mm-hmm. Oh no!
Well, because that's when it got signed into place, the DEI and the
yeah, in the
and
70s.
the other
But
word
that
I
wasn't
forgot.
not even. It was never for us.
Nah,
it was always for them. And so the fact that we're mad because they're rolling it out, first of all, you shouldn't want to be a token black. And third of all, you gotta understand you're gonna be the first one fired regardless. When I was younger, I worked at the Hilton Hotel. I thought I got the job because I was qualified for the job. I got the job because I was the black one. And once they met that quota, they let me go.
Oh, they got an Indian in there.
No, they gave my job. I don't even think they ever filled the position. I really don't. Like, I literally got the job because I was the black hire and they needed to fill a quota. Because that was happening in the early 2000s.
Yeah, because OB was making them do that.
Yeah, that was never for us. So the fact that we out here protesting and then the kicker is people be like, since Trump in office, we just gonna sit back and we ain't fighting no fights that's not ours. But yet you fighting the DI, that the EI fight. That ain't ours. And you're hurting the black businesses. And this is why I tell people I've never prided myself on being a black business. I'm just a business owner. Because putting yourself in a black owned business box is going to keep you stagnant. It's going to keep you in a box because realistically, black people do not make sales. Your majority of your income is not going to come from black people. They're not going to be willing to spend the money with you that you deserve to be spent with you. That clientele is going to come from people who do not look like you, and I will continue to say that. Our business has not thrived for 5 years because of black people. Black people is the least of our demographics who support us. Mm-hmm. So we have to, and black people are also the first ones to tear down your business. Mm-hmm. But yeah,
well, they don't like it. They'll tear it down. Or
but
they'll at
they'll go
least try
buy
to.
Gucci. They'll go buy YSL. They'll go buy all the white brands to make themselves feel like something. But you could be a black owner. It's like, okay, well, what they give me? You gonna give me a discount? You gonna give me a deal? People, when we say black, don't mean cheap. We talking to black people. We not talking to the other people. We talking to our own people to tell you that don't mean cheap because it's our people who's going to want to make it cheap for us. Mm-hmm. And now we did have a big boom where we were getting into the stores. We started to see more representation of us.
Black
And now what
businesses
are we
everywhere.
doing? We are tearing it down to where this is why people do not want us in their spaces because we are too much to deal with. We come with too much drama, too much mouth, too much victim mentality. And we want to run stuff the way we want to run it. Mm-hmm. And then I'm telling y'all what's gonna end up happening. It has been hard as hell, and it's a slap in the face to the people who have paved the way for us to even be in these stores, to even have these opportunities to be even put in the forefront. They worked this hard for us to come tear back down and put us back at square one. Mm-hmm. When you gotta feel lucky to see a black person in the store. That's crazy. And then Tab come out and talk about it, and y'all tearing that lady down when all she do is support black businesses. And she actually show you in your face that she's supporting. She ain't just telling you. She literally has a whole day to where she gives to black small businesses. She literally goes to a award show and makes sure she wears black designers. Like, she's showing you that no, I support my people wholeheartedly. But now she's facing where her people don't even support her when her product's not even for us. And I'm not saying it's not for us because she doesn't want it to be. I'm saying it's not for us because a lot of how many vegan black people do you know? A lot of people cooking online. We was talking about it earlier. At great value.
Yeah, they cooking with that Walmart brand.
Y'all don't care about the value of your seasonings. Y'all not buying her $8 seasoning. I do. Cause baby, I love me some sunshine. Okay, she did her big one on that.
You ain't buying that hair care products.
Listen.
Yeah, I want that cheap Judy stuff.
Y'all, and not to tell her that. Listen, Kaleidoscope.
It's cheap.
It's more it's more
so
affordable.
That means it's cheap and it's less organic products.
It is less organic
cloth
products.
Come on, you know, all that stuff that's not
it
good
is more
for your hair.
chemical based, but like her gel, you trying to get braids. Now listen, I might give me some Kaleidoscope because it ain't going nowhere. But It's for people who live a healthier lifestyle, and we know a lot of Black people don't tend to to live a healthier lifestyle. I'm not saying all. I'm saying the majority.
Majority. Like,
So that's what I'm saying. But it's those people who are tearing her down, like the y'all dragging her for filth online right now. I was like, what she do? What she say? What happened? And it's because y'all still mad because she said what needed to be said. Y'all are helping tear down Black businesses. Y'all are help giving us a bad name to where people don't want to deal with us.
mhm.
It's she said that's how I do it now. That's how
She
I do.
DEI. Like, if
That's how
anybody
I
DEI,
do.
that's
I
DEI.
like Judy. Like,
That's DEI in our face right there. She could.
but
She
she
should.
was one of the original ones who did pave the way. So guess what? And the crazy part is y'all are leaving Target to go to Walmart, and Walmart start rolling back DEI before anything.
Around Christmas time,
They
actually.
start rolling this stuff back way in the mid of last year. They started telling y'all they was rolling it back before anybody even said anything about a DEI.
Yeah, because
So
Judy was
y'all
complaining
left
about it
Target
then.
to go back to Walmart, who had been doing that. Like that's why I'm
And
like,
we was been
y'all not
supposed to been
making it.
boycotting Walmart.
But y'all forgot, like that's what I'm saying. Y'all, people are hamsters. Y'all, you just don't want to know what you want to be mad about. You just, it's craziness. Stop tearing us down. We are the reason we won't never get ahead. We the reason why people look at us the way they look at us and be like, I don't really want to deal with it. And but they be refreshed when they find somebody that look like us and we not the
One of them.
yeah, we not them. It's refreshing. So that's why I be telling people like sometimes it's because of the energy that you're bringing. If you go into everything thinking that you got to fight in this racism and systematic, that's probably the outcome that you're gonna end up getting. But I can tell you what it's gonna look like in the next couple of years. We're gonna be back complaining about how we don't got no representation nowhere.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna tell everybody go back to the DI days. Go back 2025, 2024 when we were boycotting everything. And then like it's not like y'all don't be seeing stuff online. Y'all can't even share stuff. Y'all can't even click the link. Y'all can't even tell a friend like, "Hey, I saw this. It was dope." Like I'm always promoting people.
If
I'm
you food, then
always
they will. You know they fat asses will promote some food stuff.
Lord, please.
It's the truth. They promote all the
They will.
unhealthy stuff.
They
If it's some
will.
unhealthy food, boy, you tell them, boy, I get online with a double cheeseburger with some onions and put a honey bun on top of it, some cool shit to it. Sell out. But I come on here with a single patty smash burger with an organic bun and organic beef, grass fed beef. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing about it. Boy, I put a salad out there, everybody gonna disappear. Unless I load it up with a bunch of nasty stuff. Don't give them a bare bone salad. They want all the unhealthy stuff on the salad.
Turkey, ham, chicken. Hey, no, that is true. About food, but it's a lot of dope creators out here, and we continue to go and give it to them, and then wonder why they don't respect us. It's a lot. Oh, custom. She make dope custom stuff. Limitless Beauty. She has handmade soaps. It's a lot of people who do a lot of dope things online that are right here. Their prices are about the same price that you would pay at the Target or the Walmart or the YS or cheaper. They're actually affordable because they're thinking about you being in mind. Like it is things we won't get ahead, and then like but we also don't want to do the work. We also won't make stores for us. We also won't because what we don't like each other enough to work with each other. We always gonna be the reason we behind.
Crab in the bucket syndrome.
Yeah, that's true.
Willie Lynch syndrome. Tuskegee.
Don't even get me started because then we're gonna go down a whole nother rabbit hole because I'm still mad.
Propaganda. The propaganda is just real.
It is, and everybody think they woke.
Oh, they woke all right.
More.
Man, shit. They so woke that they want to be part of the communist state. They fighting against. That's how wild it is. You fighting against racism, but you want to go to racism.
Yeah, because like even at the plantation that burned down in Louisiana, people are happy about it. And this is another thing I'm saying. Y'all do realize that they're gonna keep taking everything away to remove slavery to the point where y'all not gonna be able to talk about it no more because there's no proof that slavery ever existed.
Because it's in the process.
Like we keep tearing the stuff down, burning the stuff down. They're gonna continue to do that, and we're gonna continue to be like, yeah, burn it down, yeah, take it away, yeah, tear it down, to where we're gonna look up, and then it's gonna all be gone. So you talking about racism and slavery, it doesn't exist because we let them erase it. Mm-hmm. You let them erase it in your face. Mm-hmm. So that's all. That's what's literally happening. We're rejoicing in these things without realizing they're erasing it. So when your kids get older and as the years continue to go, you can't talk about it because it doesn't exist. You don't have no proof of it. Ain't no statues. All the plantations are burned down. Where's the racism? Where's the slavery? Where they happen at? They already taken it out the books. And so where it happened? It doesn't exist. They're erasing it. And we're letting them because we don't want something we didn't even live through to be staying. Sense is that made? Like
Totally different episode. But with that being said, I'm Hunt.
I'm Kiki.
This is the Hunt Life Podcast, another live in the books. If you want some dope content, you can follow us on this page. If you want some dope products, we at huntlifeco.com. If you're in the Houston area and you're looking for your car to be detailed, MrHuntBubbles.com. Oh, because I fixed my website. I finally made my website. But yeah, that being said, Hunt Life.
Live dreams. Bye.